hell's going on with this music there, Bob?
It's the Friday the 13th, Let's Make It Happen Day. And you were dumb enough to put me on here on Friday the 13th.
That is pretty
of
dumb.
all days.
That is really, really dumb.
Watch out, people. It's
Never.
Friday the 13th with the G-Spot.
Whew, wow.
Yeah.
Good morning, fella.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm trying to find my my camera here.
Where is your camera?
That's
not you. That's me. That's not you.
Not that people really want to see me.
I know. There you are. Go ahead. Show everybody how dapper you look today. Attaboy.
I got one of my favorite shirts on, buddy.
Nice. Yeah.
I love wearing some of my favorite clothes, especially on a Friday. Oh, my God. I just love it.
Nice.
Crystal's with us. Stacy, Sharon, good morning. I have a huge apology this morning that I'll get to it.
Get to it. Not yet.
No. I'll get to it.
Nope.
Should we start out with some good news?
Let's start out with good news and birthdays and weather and whatever you want.
All right. I want to start out with some good news.
Okay.
This story of this snowplow driver in Canada, who
Yep.
I have to share this.
It is. It's a nice story.
Here I'll put it on the I'll share it right now so that people can see this, because I love stuff like this.
Yeah, it's a feel good story.
It's a feel good story, and
that you don't hear much of these days.
No, you don't. Look at this plow driver. So these kids are out shoveling. There goes the plow driver right there.
Yep.
These little kids are out shoveling. Okay, little kids working their tails off. The plow driver, who just went by, backs up. I just love stuff like, I mean, it's not that, that big of a deal. I mean, this guy took, a couple of seconds out of his day, and look.
Yeah.
And he just banged out that huge apron there so that the kids wouldn't have to look. They're waving. They're saying thank you.
Yep.
Don't you wish more people did stuff like this?
I do. I wish people would stop and pretend it's Christmas again, and just be nice.
I know.
Do things. I mean, come on.
I know. It's just little tiny things like that. I love it.
And it means something. It meant something to the kids. It means something to the plow driver.
Right.
And it's, you got to plow. The kids are pushing. Guess what?
Yeah.
Pay your plow forward and help out. What was it? One swing by, and that's all you need to do.
I know. Just a small thing. I love it.
And yet, nobody does that anymore.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Well, listen, there's a lot to get to this morning. Should we do a couple of birthdays? It is, as we said, Friday the 13th. Krispy Kreme, by the way, is offering free donuts today. Do we have a Krispy Kreme in Vermont?
Nope.
Hold on. Double check. Nope. We don't.
Nope.
We're going to talk about Kid Rock. We're going to talk about Bad Bunny a little bit. I don't want to talk all morning about that because I have thoughts and feelings and opinions about it. But I want to share with everyone, we're going to do birthdays here in a second, but first and foremost, right here on your screen, Heartless, the tribute to Ann Wilson. Everyone knows Jasmine White. They're doing a huge show at the Chandler Center for the Arts, and we're giving you a chance to win tickets. The show is February 20th. That is a Friday night, and the morning of the 19th is when we're going to be picking the winner here. So it's pretty simple. This is on the page, on the Aired Out page. All you have to do is like it, share it, and comment. That's it.
Who picks it?
I think what I'll do is I'll put all the names in a spin wheel thing.
And then you put my name in a separate one and pull mine out?
If you give me $5.
I'll give you 10.
So,
except I don't think I'm going to be here then, right? What's the date?
No, you're not going to be here.
February 20th. I won't be here.
No, you're not going to be here.
No.
So, anyway, Heartless. We want to give you a chance to win tickets.
Nice.
As you know, Jazz and just her whole band, this is one of the top heart tribute bands, and they're right here local,
Yeah.
right here in Central Vermont. And they are going to just rock out. And they don't just do Heart. They do Zeppelin.
Nice.
They do a lot of stuff.
I've never seen them, but
And Nothing Safe is kind of an Alice. They're an Alice in Chains type of what am I thinking of? Tribute group.
Right.
They're going to be opening up, which I would love to hear
I'm
that.
not really.
Alice in Chains?
Yeah, no,
Really? You don't like the song Rooster? What the hell's the matter with you?
no. It's not for me.
It should be for you, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Yep. Yep. Up.
Birthdays this morning. Before I even start, I have to apologize to a little girl who turned 6 years old, little Abby. There was just so much going on here in the morning, and I was busy and distracted with guests and a couple
Stuff. Just stuff.
and a couple of technical snafus that a lot of people don't see what's
Right.
going on behind the scenes.
Yes.
And I just completely skipped right over.
Yep.
And this little girl, 6 years old, possibly pretty ticked off
Yeah.
at
Well,
6.
6 years old is a crucial age.
And she likes JD, but maybe a little bit less now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Not so much.
Don't know. But little Abby White, 6 years old the other day.
Yep. And we love her.
Yeah.
So there you
on
go.
Tuesday, she turned
Right.
6 years old.
Right.
So I have I got a little card for it. It's on the dashboard of my truck. Shirley Ann Potter
Yes.
is on the list today.
Wow.
Shirley's birthday.
Happy birthday, Shirley.
We love Shirley.
Yes, we do.
She usually hops on around 9:30 or so. Have you noticed?
Yeah. You're usually late, but she's much later.
Yeah. Patricia Johnson, Albie Ovitt, great guy. Noah Fishman, Jared Felch, my friend Fabi Green, Karina Brick, Holly Stockett, Cynthia Moran, Melinda Knapp Grant, Cindy Ruel, Chris Brook, Ted Brunel, and Matt Matheson, all on the birthday list today.
Bam.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
Yeah.
to all.
Weather. Let's go there.
Let's go there.
We have, I had at my house this morning a whopping
Get ready, everybody.
4.
Yep.
4 above. Do I have to even, why do we have to say above?
It was just 4 degrees.
Yeah. But
But it was 0 degrees in your car down here in Barry.
Yes.
This
But
morning.
should we be living somewhere where we have to say above?
No, we should.
Or should it just be a given that it's above?
If the word minus isn't in there, it's a given that it's above. Or you could say +4.
We have a sunny start to the day today, clouds for the afternoon, and 29.
Yep.
Why do we have to say 20? Why can't we just say 30? Why can we get one more degree?
It's true, though.
Please.
You know, and you know they're going to be wrong.
30.
Listen, they said yesterday. Was it yesterday that it snowed? No, the day before.
There
Right?
was some snow yesterday, a little
Yeah,
bit.
but Wednesday was. Anyway, they said it was going to end by 11 o'clock in the morning, and it literally snowed all day.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, it'll be over at 4:30. And so it ended about 5:15. They can never get it right.
I
So
know.
if they say 29, I guess it could be between 25 and 32.
I know, but it's like when I see the 29, I feel like I don't know where Mother Nature is. I don't know if she's up there, down here. I don't know, but I just feel like looking at her and going, really?
Yeah.
You couldn't
Squeak.
squeak one more degree?
Yeah.
Are you serious? 29? Why don't
They-
you make it 29 and a half?
Oh, 28 and 3/4. I mean, come on.
Jeez.
I know.
Tonight, partly cloudy and 9 degrees. In just a minute, I'm going to tell you why that's not going to matter. Saturday,
It's supposed to warm up, right, over the weekend?
a little bit, yeah.
shorts
pretty
weather.
good. Saturday, cloudy and 32.
Okay.
Wait a second. Is that
31
above,
and 3/4.
wait a minute. Is that above freezing?
It didn't say above. It could be below.
Yeah, it just says 32. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's a plus or a minus on that.
Maybe they don't want to tell us.
and
This
then-
way it gives them a big range.
Right.
We can be from beyond freezing to snow cold weather.
Unbelievable.
Stupid.
And then on Sunday,
This is when we take out the shorts and the flip-flops.
yeah, sunshine and 31 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have a community calendar to get to this morning, and here's why tonight's forecast doesn't matter. Because tonight is the night to shine.
Yep.
And years ago, when this started, there was the very first one in Barrie. There was a huge snowstorm, like monster.
Right.
And it was like, seriously, like 2.5 feet of snow.
Right.
And the night to shine was going on at the Barrie Elks Lodge.
Yep.
And there was nothing on the planet that was open,
Right.
but we were partying inside there,
Yeah.
like,
Like it was 1999.
Oh my God, it was incredible. And tonight it's going to be the same way. A big shout out to the Faith Community Church for putting this on. A huge shout out to Amy Anderson over at Amy's Armoire. And a huge shout out to for getting so much of the clothes into the hands of the honored guests' formal wear that they can wear. But a huge shout out to our community for paying it forward. They've received a ton of donations over there for the Night to Shine guests. So that folks that came in and said, "Hey, I want some formal wear, but I don't really have that much money or whatever."
Right.
Here
Yep.
you go.
Yep.
Others paid for it.
Yeah.
Our community is incredible like that. But it's tonight, Barrie Elks Lodge, 100 honored guests. And this is the first time that it's been that many. It's always been like somewhere around 80.
Right.
So 100 honored guests and almost 200 volunteers
Wow. Nice.
making this thing fly tonight.
Nice.
And it's going to be amazing.
Very nice.
Can't wait. Andy and I are going to be dressed to the nine in the shoes that I'm wearing tonight.
Are they those shoes?
They're the shoes. Do you want to tell? Do you want to tell about those
No,
shoes?
you can tell them. I'll jump in when I want to.
Tell them now.
Yeah. Right this second. Go.
G bought me some shoes that I'm going to be wearing tonight. That I'm so excited. I've never worn them out. I mean, this is the first time I'm going to be wearing them.
Nice.
They are, dude. I got to tell you, man. I love you so much because that filled my heart so much, man. When you bought me those shoes, G got me these black and white wingtip.
Yep.
Leather shoes.
Mm-hmm. And the blue and white ones, too.
And a pair of blue and white. Identical, but blue and white.
Yep. Well, because you said you love those kind of shoes.
Oh,
So all I did was say, really? What shoe size are you?
oh my God.
And you told me, and I was like, oh, I don't have any for you to borrow. And then I bought them.
Oh my God.
Ta-da.
I'm so excited. I really am. There's going to be so many people there. It's going to be just a night of love and happiness and just getting together and just celebrating life, man. We're going to be on the dance floor. We're going to be eating food. We're going to be doing karaoke. We're going to be doing the paparazzi is going to be there.
Yep.
It's just going to be freaking awesome.
Nice.
I can't wait. Cannot wait.
I know you look forward to that every year.
Oh, so much.
Yep.
So that's probably, that's like the big thing that I wanted to mention. Also, the Barrie Figure Skating Club, they're doing their annual show on Sunday at 6 p.m. at the BOR, $10 at the door. Get there at 5, shows at 6. It's going to be huge. It's so huge Say,
How huge is it?
it's so glad you asked. It's so huge that Stacy Holden comes all the way up to Barrie from North Carolina for this figure skating show.
Nice.
That's huge.
Yeah.
What else? What else is happening? Tomorrow night, Yvonne and the Reverbs over at the American Legion. There's a lot of great stuff that are
There is.
going
There's a lot of things going on.
on. And as I said yesterday, and I'll say it again, be ready for some discounts for the battle in Burlington with Donnybrook Fight Promotions on May 2nd. Keep careful watch on DonnyBrookFightPromotions.com to get your tickets for that. It's going to be massive.
Nice.
Early bird discounts coming soon. So, what do we get to with this morning?
Too many
What do you
things.
want to dive into?
Too many things.
the pickleball fight?
Sure, let's go into pickleball, shall we?
Did you hear about the pickleball fight?
No, tell me about the pickleball fight.
Port Orange, Florida, a dispute over a rule, and I've got the Associated Press article right here in front of me, led to a brawl during a pickleball game at the Central Florida Country Club.
Oh, gosh.
Only in Florida, man.
Would it be, 90-year-olds were playing?
Yeah, I think so. Well, hold on. 63-year-old man charged with 2 counts of felony battery on a person.
Damn. That boy went bad.
That's a serious freaking pickleball. Did he get the racket right in the
Right?
crack?
That's
cracked him
pretty
in the head?
impressive, though.
Holy crap!
I mean, 63 isn't old, but still.
63 years old and attacked someone who was, they're just saying, over 65.
So an old man.
Along with his 51-year-old wife, who also joined in the fight.
Oh, my gosh.
She was charged with felony battery as well.
Damn.
Wow. The affidavit here is it's just amazing. They were playing another married couple when they
Oh, gosh.
started arguing about shots being made in what is known as the kitchen, which is a marked area on either side of the net.
Okay.
By rule, players can only take a shot in the area once the ball has landed there. Otherwise, they must avoid it. The players exchanged insults, and at the end of the match, the man insulted his male opponent's wife.
Okay.
See, that's where shit goes wrong.
Yeah,
That's where it goes south fast.
And it's
Come on!
yeah, the line, that's the line. We're arguing or whatever, we argue. But now I throw in your wife arguing to her and calling her names. Yeah, I'm expecting him to get a little physical.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's worth a battery charge, but
And apparently, now we've got the attorneys that are all fighting this out. This is going to be heading to the courts. 20 players got involved with the brawl.
oh my gosh,
20.
it became a whole thing. Pileup.
How is stuff like this? And I'll show you on the screen here. How is stuff like this actually making the news?
I don't know.
Pickleball argument sparks a brawl at a Florida country club.
Yeah. Because
Serious.
if they don't have news, they got to fill it with stuff. And it's always negative stuff. If you've got extra spaces on your paper or on digital, add some positive shit into it, not negative all the time.
Yeah, positive stuff like this. The National Grid warns that February bills will be the highest of the entire winter. Yeah. Stuff like this. Yeah.
No, that's not positive.
Yeah.
That's negative.
Yeah. February's utility bill will likely cost more than any other month this winter as cold temperatures drive up energy usage and prices.
Guess what? Every year, February drives the highest price because it's the coldest here in Vermont, February, March. What's wrong with them?
And natural gas prices shooting up between 44 to 50%.
Wow.
The cost of electricity is going up 28%.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's getting impossible to live, you know. And I think what's even better is everybody
man.
judging those homeless people when a lot of people could be right on the brink of it.
Yeah,
You know, between their losing their jobs, federal jobs, and things like that.
I know,
and,
man.
and trying to keep up with grocery prices and gas prices and heating and
I know.
utilities, it gets difficult.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, so stop judging the homeless because a lot of people are right there,
yeah.
and it's sad.
How much are you paying attention to the Olympics?
I watch the figure skating
Okay.
because I just find that fascinating, the things that they can do.
Mm-hmm.
And the gold medalist so far with his backflips
Yeah.
and his quadruples and stuff are just
Amazing.
amazing. So that's as much as I watch it.
Yeah.
Really. I couldn't
Let's-
sit through the opening ceremony. That was just, to me,
The opening ceremony.
I know.
Do I need to say, in my opinion?
No,
Okay.
just don't say it.
The
Because a
open-
lot of people enjoyed it. Ooh. JD's like, mic drop. Back to you.
the opening ceremony
Don't say it.
was so fantastic. I was absolutely glued to my TV
You are such a liar.
for about 30 seconds before I said,
Nope.
"Get this shit off of there."
It was weird.
Weird.
It was weird. It was weird.
Who's like?
I'm trying to be appropriate about it. It was not for my taste. However, look at where it's being done. Such a beautiful place.
Right.
You can enjoy the scenery and stuff of it at least.
Who's coming up with this idea though? Like, were they on mushrooms
Probably.
when they came up with the idea of this? What was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
I still don't know what it was.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
U.S. snowboarder Chloe Kim falls short of a third straight gold in the women's halfpipe competition. She got a silver instead, but I mean, not that she should be complaining.
No.
My God, I mean, she kicks ass.
Yep.
Did you see the halfpipe competition? You watch any of that?
No.
No.
I don't watch that. I did. I saw in the news this morning that I guess it's between the U.S. and another country that they feel that the judging
Mm-hmm.
was not legitimate.
Yeah.
Because this one judge keeps judging that other, I forgot what country it is, judging that other country
Yeah.
and giving them high scores,
Yeah.
even if it's not worthy of it. And so, but
What's
now
that going to
they're
do?
like-
Kick off a war?
I don't know. What's happening is now, of course, Americans are saying, America had it. They gypped us from, it was ours and this and that. Well, of course we're going to say that because we're American. And the other country's going to say that because they're that country. So it's like, people, it's just a medal. I get it. It symbolizes, it's a symbol of our strength and our practice and our commitment. And I get all that. But is it worth so much anger? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that depends on who you are and how competitive you are.
Yeah.
You know, I'm competitive, but, you know.
And the medals are cheap shit.
Yeah.
They're breaking.
Yeah.
Did you see that in the news?
No.
The ribbons are coming off of the medals.
Or maybe it's bad ribbon.
Why
You
should
need to
it
go
be,
to the ribbon company.
Why should you be putting cheap materials into Olympic medals?
I don't know, to save money so that they can take that money they saved and put it towards the people that need it the most, unhoused people and starving people. And you think that's why they save, so that they can take all that savings and apply it to the U.S. and you think?
That was deep.
It was deep because all I'm saying is money is wasted all over the place and not in the right places. You know, take a look at the taxes here in Barry City and Barry Town that are so frickin' high that you can't even live, but you also can't drive down the street because the potholes are so bad. And my question is, why are you raising taxes if you're not fixing the potholes?
I'll tell you right now. I'm warning you right now.
Right now.
If you take a left at the Cornerstone and go up Washington Street,
Forget it.
I'm warning you.
I know.
And I'm warning you.
Well, if you go down to South Main Street, okay, and you head up by Spalding High School,
Well, before Spalding,
before you make the left at
right
Spalding,
near the post office.
right? But
Let's
before you
start
right by the post office and up, yes. But when you get to the Spalding intersection and you keep going on South Main Street, that road is a fucking nightmare. And my simple question is, when? When do we fix this shit? Because even the the cold packs they put out there are peeling away. So we got holes and holes and holes that you see drivers. I've seen drivers in front of me. They're veering left. They're veering right. They're staying all the way to the curb so they can get that whole line of potholes.
Almost hitting the other guy head on.
Yes. I've done that where I've had to go into the other lane just to avoid. And it's like, my God, these are not back street corners, which let's not even talk about the back streets. Because the back streets over there by the park.
Yeah.
Courier Park or whatever it is.
Right.
Those back streets there are a fucking nightmare. But let's not even talk about those. Let's talk about the main roads. Let's talk about 302 into Washington Street.
Yeah.
Let's talk about South Main Street. These are major, major arteries that get people from one location, whether it be Orange and down or up to Montpelier.
Yeah.
These are major arteries.
Yeah.
Okay? And they are letting them go to shit. And their attitude is, well, you know, we don't have the budget or the time. What are you talking about? You've raised taxes almost every fucking year.
Do you hear about, yesterday I was talking about how TikTok is, or no, not TikTok, Meta, is going to some small town in the middle of nowhere in Indiana. And they're starting a huge, they're going to build a huge building there and have some corporate offices and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
As a thank you to this town, they're saying, we're going to rip up all your roads and put down all fresh new asphalt everywhere throughout the whole town.
Is it asphalt or concrete?
I don't know.
Because when you get into New York and places down there, their roads don't look like this. Their roads are concrete, and they're built deep to hold for all these kinds of weathers.
Gee, have you seen the cobblestones right over here by the post office?
Yes.
There's cobblestones.
I understand that. But my question is very simple, and it's not towards any specific government agent here in Barrie. It's to everybody. When does our money pay for things we need? Not for buildings that are an eyesore, okay, where money is taken out without even telling the community until it's too late, okay? I'm talking about the taxes and the money you get. Instead of putting it towards a new license plate that's going to cost you $100 if you choose to go that way, let's put that kind of money towards the infrastructure here on the roads, okay? And I'm telling you, my car is taking a beating, and it's pissing me off because my car is not even a year old, okay? So, City of Barrie, Barrie Town, wake the fuck up and fix our roads. Do I have to start a campaign where I get the entire community to go into one of those town meetings and clog that up so that everybody can say something about it? Because if they give new business, hey, one right after another, new business, tell them to fix our damn roads. Going up Hill Street, forget it.
Yeah.
Until you get to Barrie Town border.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? There's the border on Hill Street.
Yeah.
You can tell when you're in Barrie Town because it's all paved, and you can tell when you're in Barrie City because it's all holes.
Yeah.
Come on. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
As Forrest Gump would say, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I see in the news today, right here in front of me, Vermont lawmakers are debating in the legislature private land posting rules.
Private land posting rules. If I own the land and I want to put private property, I can put it on there, no? It's my property.
I know, but
What?
But is it really?
It is my property.
Before it's your property, it's Mother Nature's.
Yeah, but then I paid a lot of money to get Mother Nature's property in my name.
I know, but the land should be shared by everybody.
Sure.
The the chipmunks, the squirrels, the deer,
What the fuck are you talking about?
and anyone who wants to come onto your land and hunt.
Well, that's not true. The reason they post that is because they don't want shooting on their land. They don't want, if they decide to go for a walk with their spouse on their land, they don't want to get shot on their land. Okay?
I see a headline here: New Hampshire ranks first among states in which to retire for your health.
Huh.
Just so you know.
But that's cold there, too.
It is.
So thank you, no thank you.
Well, scam calls.
Lots of them.
I literally just got one about 5 minutes ago. I should have answered it.
You
Damn
should
it.
have. See?
If it comes in again, I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
And we're going to have live. And we're going to have so much fun with them.
Oh, yeah.
I promise you that. Okay. I'm watching my phone here. But listen.
Come on, scam call.
There's the Montpelier Police Department has been posting up on their Facebook page about some of the latest scams that are not only very popular, but are really starting to impact people here in Central Vermont, mainly the elderly.
Yeah.
And there's some really good scams that are
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. Really good. Like impersonators and threats, ID theft. I mean, the list goes
It just goes on and on.
The phishing scams. Once your data is out there, it's not just phone calls. And scammers don't pick these phone numbers at random. They buy your data from brokers.
Yep.
Which is important to notate.
Yep.
Be careful. And you know who's really bad with scam calls?
Who?
Really bad.
Who? You?
This fella right here.
Why?
Maybe it's my age. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I'm a sucker. Maybe it's just that I want to believe this false reality that that I want everyone to just be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
And you know, I've had good friends tell me, JD, there's a lot of shitbags out there that have nice smiles on their faces, and you need to wake up and pull your head out of your ass.
Right.
I was in the movie theater, and I had a call come in, and I see it's my bank or something. We got the blah blah blah. Did you do this and that? And I'm oh my God. Oh. Well, listen. In order to reverse these charges, we need your credit card right now. Oh,
Yep.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem. Here it is. And do you know I'm not kidding. I got probably 4 numbers in, and I was like, hang on a second. I tapped my own brakes, but I got that far.
Yeah.
I got that far.
Well, they're that good.
They're that good.
What I usually do when they do things like that is I tell them, okay, I appreciate you calling me. I'm going to go ahead and call the main branch and discuss it with them. Period. Or I'll ask them, what's the website that you're at so I can pull it up and order that online?
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, well, there's no website for that. Have a nice day.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Like I said, I think I said this months ago, whatever, that they used to call my father's house and they'd ask him if his refrigerator was running.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that.
And then you go, oh, yeah, it is. Well, you better go catch it. Well, my father's answer was only on Tuesdays. And it wasn't a Tuesday. So, it's that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That you have to be either ready to fuck with them back.
Yeah, right.
And don't get me wrong, they have a job to do if they're not scammers.
Sure.
Okay, they have a job, whether it be collections or notifications of things. Absolutely. But as an intelligent person, if you get a broker calling you,
Yep.
okay, you get somebody calling saying, I'm from the bank or such. Oh, really? What's your home address
Yeah.
at the bank?
Yeah.
And if they give you that answer, say, great, and a phone number that I can reach? And
Yeah.
they give you that, say, okay, I'll call that, and you hang up. Now call that number, you find out it's not real,
Yeah, right.
okay? But anytime they want your credit card when they call, tell them that you'll contact the main office and give it directly to them.
Yeah, great advice.
So just saying, what do I know?
I want to just I want to say this morning. Sherilyn, what she did this morning and what she did last night for Lily was absolutely amazing. What a freaking outstanding mom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Homemade cupcakes, pink, with homemade frosting, pink, huge tray of them, massive tray, thousands of cupcakes.
I don't think it was thousands,
All right.
but
Hundreds.
I think, what'd she say? She had to make 36 or something like that?
It looked like hundreds
Right, right.
for the class.
I wish she had told me sooner because I always sell my cheesecakes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I sell them in cupcake form, and I have these really awesome cupcake containers that keep the cupcakes safe and everything during transport.
Your cheesecakes are kind of a little bit of a out-of-body experience for me.
Yeah.
when I have those.
Yeah, I love making them, and I have to make one for Kristen because I haven't seen her in a while. But other than that, yeah, I usually make them only for holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
But I still have people that call me and say, hey, can I get a cheesecake for so-and-so's birthday or whatever, and
Yeah.
I'll make it.
What Sherilyn can do in a matter of a couple of hours,
Remarkable.
unbelievable.
That when we came over for dinner and she wasn't even home from shopping.
She's dealing with you and Jed.
Yes, and the kids. And
the
Lily,
kids.
Lily and her friend, and you and Andy.
Not that dealing with me is that much.
No, it's a lot. But no, she came home after we got there with groceries and everything,
Yeah.
and within half an hour had put together an entire dinner for all of us.
I know.
And
And had a discussion with you guys at the same time.
yes, and made me a bread
Yeah.
because she makes the most delicious bread.
Yeah.
All within half an hour, 45 minutes. It
I
was
know.
amazing.
Do you know when like you would think the cupcakes would be enough?
Mm-hmm.
Look at what she did with Lily's hair this morning.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
the hair. She
and
did,
Lily looked very happy this morning.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Everybody's like, wow, you guys live what, next door that you can see this? No, we communicate via phones.
Thank you. But she did her hair and had the glitter spray
Yep.
in the hair. And
Yep.
it's just that
Yeah.
she's a remarkable mom.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
really is.
she always has been. I mean, she is very protective of her daughter, as you are, okay? But she always wants, when your child asks you questions that are uncomfortable questions, you two have the best way of letting her see the whole picture instead of a picture.
Yeah.
When little children walk down the street and they see my nails and they're like, Mommy, why does he have nails? And she goes, shh, shh. And I walk over, I'm like, you don't have to shush them.
Yeah.
I said, it's okay for them to ask. And I'll say to them, look, see
why
my
a
nails?
why a man would have
Right.
nails.
And they were like, why you do that? I said, because I like it. And one girl said to me once, I like it too. Mommy, me too?
See?
And Mommy's like a little bit later when you get a little older. So it's okay to ask. And when your child asks, you guys are so good at finding the reality of the answer, whether it's why those two men kissing or why and you guys tell them, well, love is love. Love doesn't have a gender, and you explain to them. Now when Jed and I come over, Lily, she treats us like we're her best friends.
Yeah.
She hugs us, and
Yeah.
she even asked Sherilyn if she could use her kid phone messenger
Yeah.
to message me sometimes because she likes to message her. I mean,
That's like getting into the mob right there. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
well,
serious.
yeah.
Bro.
yeah. So it's just impressive that you guys not only protect her and will do anything for her, but that you teach her the rights of things, not the right and wrong. You teach her the rights. The wrongs are going to happen, and you deal with those as they come.
Yeah.
But you teach her the rights, the right thing to do, the right way to think,
Yeah.
the open-mindedness of it.
Interesting.
That's what I see anyway.
Listen, man, we got
I'm
some.
going to have her this afternoon to evening.
I know. Well, we're at the night to shine.
Yeah.
And
I said to Sherilyn, sure, I don't feel the greatest and Jed's working till 5. Sure, dump your kid off and just leave. See if I care. And she's like, good, thank you. And I was like, did she not get the sarcasm? No, I'm kidding. I absolutely am excited about Lily and I going to bake a cake today.
a cake or brownies?
No, well, unless she wants to do the brownies, I also offered to do the red velvet cake.
All right. Whatever you do, if
And I'm going to feed her a lot of sugar just before you pick her up.
okay,
She'll be wired.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, no, I look forward to it. We were just chatting about the roads and,
Yes.
and how bad they are.
Yes.
Are you aware of this whole thing with state inspections?
Yes.
My good buddy Newt just called me. Newt, you're live.
Hey, how are you guys doing this morning?
What is this whole thing with Vermont's inspection?
Hoopla.
Yeah, hoopla.
Well, I mean, there are people who are getting tired of the stringency of the inspection process, the cost involved in it, the fact that only 1% of cars fail anyway, which kind of begs the question: is this really necessary?
Mm.
When 99% are passing, but it costs taxpayers in time and money every year getting their cars in and getting them inspected. I mean, not only does it cost money, it's a real hassle. But the other major problem with it is that when inspection went into place, it was a safety inspection. And at the time, safety was basically brakes, tires, exhaust, so that, you didn't die from asphyxiation from your leaky exhaust,
Right.
and your brakes worked and your tires were safe.
And the whole front
And-
floor of your car wasn't rotted out like the
Right.
freaking Flintstones.
Right. Yeah. And, it wasn't so rusty that it was going to, that the brake or wheel mechanism wasn't going to fall off going down the road.
When you hit some potholes,
That
Yeah.
are clearly all over Vermont.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, Vermont roads are rough, and they always have been. But and so we've gone from safety inspection, which was arguably helpful, beneficial, whatever. But now we're it's all about sensors and catalytic converters, and like there's all these things that trigger dash lights, and if any of those lights come on the dash, that the state can consider as safety related, which is basically all of them at this point, because they're all tied back to some technically safety system. They won't pass the vehicle for inspection. And, like these silly little tire pressure sensors that range in price from $20 to $100 a piece, depending on the vehicle and where you buy them. And, you get it in there and I can tell when my tires are flat, my car drives funny, and I take it to the air pump and pump the tire up, if they're losing air, but these are things that people are supposed to just check on their vehicle on a regular basis anyway. And so anyway, all these things will trigger a failure of the safety inspection in Vermont. And so it's gotten to a point where you can take a car in that is completely safe on the road, but because of the sensors triggering dash lights, it will be failed.
wow.
And yeah, and I had a truck where every year I would have to bring it in, and the thing drove fine and everything was safe on it, but it kept on having these error codes from these I think they were oxygen sensors of some sort, and there were three of them, and they would fail every year, and it was about $300 a piece. So you're talking $1,000 in sensors plus installation, and every year the same sensors on that truck would do the same thing, and it was just ridiculous. And I finally was like, "This is just stupid," and I stopped inspecting it, and just drove it anyway.
The risk,
Anyway,
the risk of getting pulled over and getting a ticket for an uninspected vehicle, that gamble, that risk is
yeah, it's a risk. It's a
quite,
gamble you
but
got to take
but it's
sometimes.
quite possibly cheaper than
Yeah,
staying within compliance.
it is. I haven't checked what a sticker, a lack of inspection sticker ticket is these days, but I think it's around $120.
But it's $100
Yeah,
to get
it
an
is.
inspection.
I mean,
Hmm.
minimum. I mean, I think most of the shops are going to charge $80 by the time you're done just to get the thing in and on the lift. Um, minimum. And it's expensive, it's time consuming, and it's just not worth it anymore to a lot of us. I recently brought in my '04 Tacoma that has 279,000 or so miles on it, and and it we put in brakes, tires, and exhaust, $3,500, fixed all of it, got it all ready to go, and I went to pick it up, and they said, "Oh yeah, you know what? We couldn't actually put the sticker on. We couldn't actually inspect it, given an approval, because the little blue dash light that activates when you turn the high beams on to indicate to the driver that the high beams are on, would not light up, even though the high beams worked fine. Everything was like, the lights were functioning perfectly aside from that little indicator light."
Yeah.
And they said, "You need to take this to the dealer in Burlington so they can take the dash apart and fix it, because we're not going to get into that much depth here at this shop." And I'm like, "Okay, well, that's understandable. I know that you're just, doing your job, that, as a shop, they can lose their inspection license if they pass a vehicle that's unsafe, or that shouldn't have passed,
Yeah.
that a cop could figure out that, like, oh geez, they shouldn't have passed it, you know I, so so they're doing their job, but I drew the line. I'm like, okay, fine, just give me my truck back. Here's your $3,500. I'm glad it's safe. We're not going to put a sticker on it. That's that. I'm not going to do that. There's a limit to the amount of stupid, useless bullshit we're going to fix on these cars. um, you know, just because the law, which is a broad brush paint job of a bill, of a law that that outlaws, because anything isn't functioning like that. I mean, that's just it's a bit much.
So then, I'm just curious. So what's the outcome of this inspection thing that's going on now? Are they going to get rid of inspection or what?
Well, there's a couple different things. I'm not fully versed on what the latest thing is that's going on. I saw something on WCAX yesterday about one bill is pushing the idea of changing it from 1 year to 2 years. But a buddy of mine who's a representative from Wolcott, Democrat from, I think he represents Wolcott and Hyde Park, he's also trying to get one through that would eliminate it altogether, because it is time that people acknowledge that this is really just a tax on working Vermonters. This is an insanely regressive tax.
And where's the money
who,
go? Where's the tax money go?
well, it's $8 per year. It's not a huge deal, but what happens is it's not just the $8. The $8 is what the state gets out of it, but then there's $6 for the software that the state has a contract with some Canadian software company, that where they get a cut out of every single sticker that gets issued in this state. And then beyond that, it's just the cost of getting it in the shop, because let's face it, the cost of having your vehicle inspected, the majority of the cost is paying the shop to bring it in, put it on the lift, do the actual inspection. It takes time, and so you're never walking out of there for under $100. It's just not going to happen.
Plus, you got to take time off from your job or your family or whatever.
Yes, somebody's got to get your vehicle there and then get you back to pick it up. It's a hassle.
Yeah.
Just a quick question, because I know when my vehicle is due for inspection, or my husband's vehicle is due for inspection, we're always like, oh, it's time for inspection. Got to fix this before I bring it in, or I got to fix that because I know it won't pass. So, do you think by having an inspection yearly or bi-yearly that it makes people a little bit more cautious and concerned about the care of their vehicle versus saying, let's not do inspections at all, and now people become very complacent, which makes their vehicle then dangerous and they don't even know it?
Great question.
It is a great question, and it's a valid question. I don't know the firm answer to it, but I would assume that most people value their lives and don't want to drive something that's unsafe.
And you use the word assume, and we know what that means, right?
Well, we do know what that means. But still, most people have a mechanic that they take their car to, and that mechanic is going to alert them if there's something that is unsafe.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I've always, ever since I was 16 years old, I took my car to a mechanic that I trusted, and they would make sure that my vehicle was safe. And they wouldn't let me pick it up if I needed to fix something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and there's not a website, and hopefully Representative Noyes will be able to come on with us at some point and talk about this a little bit. Dan Noyes.
Yeah,
but
it's a tough time to get legislators on the air because they're all in session.
I know, but there's a
they got priorities.
There's a Facebook group or a page that no.
What exactly are their priorities? Because it's not for the people.
Well, I think right now the priority in the legislature is dealing with the school taxes, the school what are they calling it? How they're closing some, and they're trying to figure out how to solve the cost situation with the schools.
Yeah.
They just keep raising our taxes so that we can live.
Well, exactly. And Vermonters cannot put up with another 12 to 14% increase. Last year they bought it down by moving money from the general fund, but you can't keep doing that because it's unsustainable. And they're going to try to do it again this year, I think. But there's a limit to the amount of times you can do that, because money doesn't come from nowhere. When you take it from the general fund, then it's not available for other programs either.
Right.
So,
but it's pushing people out. The higher you keep raising taxes, the more people are leaving, including myself.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, exactly. And this is a small thing compared to school taxes. So the priority in the legislature this year is definitely on the school consolidation thing, and trying to get some efficiencies into a school system that was designed, years ago in the 90s with Act 60 and such. They came up with this statewide funding thing, and it was designed for a state that is no longer here. Like we have a different state. We have fewer kids than we ever did before, and not ever, but than we did 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And we have schools that are K through 6 schools with 30 kids in the entire school.
Yeah.
And we're running supervisory districts around them, and we've got a whole lot of infrastructure and a whole lot of people on payroll that could be way more efficiently used.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I think the priorities in general, and I know this is kind of a blanket statement here, are pretty screwed up under the Golden Dome. Just my opinion. I know it's a
Well, I
super
mean, I
general,
agree. I mean, I
generalized
think,
statement.
It's
I mean,
100% factual, though.
we don't know about it. These are opinions, right?
yeah,
Well, when we
but
see where our money's going and it's not going to where we thought it was supposed to go, that's kind of fact. It's not
yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
that's true. That's true.
yeah.
Um,
And now
so
we've got a debate over Act 250 land use law reforms that we were talking about earlier this morning. And you know, you should pick up the Vermont Daily Chronicle and read the headline. This land is your land. It's on there right
okay,
now, Newt. It's. I mean, come on, man. We've just got. And now, I'm not saying that's not important, but the, God damn, we've got some really important things that should be at the front of the list here.
Yeah.
Come on.
yeah, and this is not a huge thing, and it's been going on for years, but it's every little thing counts, and this is a way bigger problem for folks who don't make a lot of money, drive an older vehicle, and have to get to work maybe an hour from where they work. Because let's face it, the poorer someone is, the more they have to drive. Because you cannot buy a house or rent an apartment a few miles from work if you work in Chittenden County. If you're broke,
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you, it's a lot of these laws are made in Montpelier, which is largely, the legislature is largely composed of legislators from our most populous county, because it's all based on population since 1965.
And what county
And
is that?
Chittenden County, the People's Republic of Chittenden. And and so
And
Chittenden County is making the call.
and where is Chittenden County exactly?
Well, it's right next to Vermont.
He
I must
set
have
you up
used
for that
one
one.
before, huh?
Yeah, I did. I set him up for that one. Oh my God.
Anyway,
Uh,
so it is. It's a beautiful place because it's right next to Vermont. It has a glowing view
Yeah.
of Mount Mansfield. But there are people outside Chittenden County who are Vermonters who don't live the same life that people in Chittenden County live.
mhm.
And I'm not saying everyone, you can't blanket statement these things. You can't say everyone in Chittenden County is well, because they're not. But let's face it, the average income in Chittenden County is a heck of a lot higher than Essex County.
Yep.
Or even rural Washington County.
But that's normal in any state. I mean, you go to New York
Sure.
and you want to move to Huntington Bay or someplace like that, you're going to pay a lot more than if you just move to Huntington. So everything's based on, what they say, location, location, location.
It is.
But
That's
there's no
true,
reason
and
to
that's
keep
fine.
raising our taxes every year after year after year and then doing a collection of taxes for infrastructure or roads, and then you don't spend it on that.
Right.
They spend it on something else. And that's what's pissing me off, because I almost want to go to the legislature and say, can I have some money back on my taxes because you didn't fix those roads?
Yeah.
So can I get my
Right.
money back? Because I gave it to you in good faith that this was going to be for infrastructure and roads, and you didn't spend it there.
Right. And there's a lot of that that goes on. They're borrowing money from one fund, to do something else. And I'm pretty sure there's some of that's been going on with the education fund in this state, where they're taking it from transportation and putting it in education, things like that. It's a tough game, but my problem is, I really don't like to see working Vermonters take the shaft. And there's a lot of that's been going on for a long time. And it's not just with state inspections. It's not just with taxes. It's with, the fact that, our most populous county calls all the shots and makes all kinds of decisions. And this, a lot of times the rural areas have to pay the price, because, where do they put the big wind farm? They put it in the Northeast Kingdom. Where are they trying to site a brand new 27-acre solar installation
Field.
on what used to be a farm field. They're doing that in the Northeast Kingdom. They're trying to get that put in starting in July. You know, where is the landfill now? It's up in the Northeast Kingdom. You know, we take our trash from Chittenden County and we ship it, sending trucks all the way up to Coventry. You know, why is it that the rural parts of the state are the ones that end up with all the shit that people in the more populous areas don't want to see and don't want to deal with in their backyard? And it's because of money and population. They have the population to have all the the biggest representation in Montpelier, and they've got the money to shove this stuff through because it takes money to buy off these legislators with lobbyists, and it's happening all the time.
Wow. Newt, I was asking Jed the other day if if it was possible, and just to shift gears here, to shut off, to bypass the on-off engine on-off technology in my truck. And he basically, and when you ask Jed, you're going to get an accurate answer. And he said, no. Basically, no. And if Jed says no,
It's no.
it's no.
Right.
And that whole thing drives me batshit. The whole, forgetting to shut the auto switch off every time I drive my car, and I don't remember until I come up to a stop sign and my engine shuts off. That shit drives me nuts. And yesterday, probably one of the biggest deregulation in the American automobile industry came down. The endangerment ruling from the Obama administration, that shit ended and died quickly yesterday. And new cars are going to be made without just one of many things, without that auto on-off switch. That was a big thing.
What does that have to
yesterday.
do with the taxes and
Because
the inspection?
Nothing.
You just basically vented because you felt like it?
No, I'm just shifting
Let's
gears.
not waste his time or mine or
Yeah,
the
but
viewer's time with your drama.
I know, but
Way out of control.
no, but I wanted
Hey,
to ask.
everybody has their drama. They got to air out. It's okay.
I wanted to ask
JD has
him.
too much drama to air out.
I wanted to ask him what his take was on this. What is your take on all that?
I mean, I really have a problem with modern cars in general because they're so overly controlled by computers. And the newest ones, my newest car is a 2018, but the newest ones, my God, like the manufacturers maintain control of these things even after you buy them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insanity. A lot of it is subscription-based options, and getting back to what you were talking about, like, what is wrong with letting the owner of the vehicle decide by turning a switch that just is a toggle, not a temporary thing, but a toggle where you can just turn it on or turn it off and leave it that way, so that if you don't want to have your car turn off at intersections, you just set it in the on position and it doesn't.
There you go.
I mean, this should be up to the owner of the vehicle.
Right. But it's not. When I turn my vehicle on, it automatically defaults to that, and then I have to manually shut it off.
So
And I'm sure that was about like placating the federal government regulations, because all of this stuff comes down to like making sure that their fleet will deliver a certain amount of miles per gallon. And, they agree to certain things in order to get approval to produce a certain amount of cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it sucks. I mean, the only way around it is to drive older vehicles. And that's why you start looking around for low mileage, really good condition, older vehicles. And they're worth, like, you'll pay as much for a 15-year-old truck that's low mileage as it cost when it was new. or more
Mhm.
because there's so much demand for good older vehicles because older vehicles you can actually own and control yourself, whereas newer vehicles you can't. And there is a subsection of the population, myself included, who's tired of that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I miss the days when I used to be able to go in and just change the spark plugs on my own without
your
having to deal.
oil.
Or
Exactly.
well, I still change. I mean, I get a brand new car every 3 years, but I do the oil changes. I don't bring it back to
That's
them
nice.
because forget it.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Hey, Newt, thanks
Yeah.
for all your time this morning, bud.
Yeah. Sorry for the ranting and raving, but
Yeah, no, good stuff.
I wasn't going to say it, but you did kind of go off on a tangent there.
Just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Just
But
a
I mean,
But that's all right.
It's,
We appreciate you taking the time and the effort.
Yeah, man.
well, you're welcome. The thing with the inspection thing is it's not even a partisan issue. We got our Democratic legislator trying to fix it. We've got our Republican governor who came out in favor of eliminating inspection a couple years ago. I mean, I think a lot of people can get behind this. It's just that we've got to support the legislators who are trying to do it, and support their legislation.
Mm.
So, let's get this done.
We shall see. We shall see. Thanks, Newt. Oh, boy, and we haven't even talked about the fact that Congress is facing a midnight deadline tonight
For what?
for another partial shutdown
Oh,
to
gosh.
to keep the DHS funded. Haven't even gotten there this morning.
We
Chief.
don't want to go there. Because if you want to get political, I will get political.
I
And that's why you have to, you read it, you absorb it, you draw your opinions on it, and then move on.
yeah.
Don't get stuck in it because a lot of people get stuck in it. Okay, I found times that I get, like I told you the other day, I get up every morning, my brother's usually up before me, and I say, good morning, what did Trump do today? And he'll either say, no, it was a quiet night, or he'll say, he bombed this, or
Yeah.
whatever.
I haven't even had a chance to ask you your whole take on Nancy Guthrie. Did you hear that criminologist on the air with me yesterday?
I did, and it's impressive that he came on and he said the things he did.
Yeah,
Very useful, very impressive.
but
I don't say but after something positive because it doesn't make sense. If I
Okay.
say but, then it negates it. So it was impressive.
all right.
I have a question for everybody. And the question is, what about those thousands, millions of people that are kidnapped, children, young adults, and elderly people who are abused or kidnapped? Why don't we see any of that on the news? Do you have to be a movie star or a news reporter to get attention on kidnapping?
News reporter's mother.
Right. Okay, to get attention on a kidnapping and follow this through and make the whole country watch this unfold live day after day after day,
Drama.
okay? While, how about the old lady down the street who got kidnapped? Nobody reports that. It gets to the police station, they do blah, 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 and then they find it, and either she's dead or she's alive, and they move on. Okay? But not this. If you're a star or a news reporter, because I don't think she's really a movie star, she's more like very famous in the news world, because her mother was kidnapped. They've now done it on her show. They've been talking about it. They've been talking on every other news show. I mean, are they going to make a movie of it? In the meantime, where is the movie on all these people that are getting kidnapped that nobody's paying attention to?
I asked this
Why
criminologist.
does she get all the fame, whether it be positive or negative fame? Why does she get all that attention and not my neighbor down the street whose child's missing? Or why is she important and not us? That's all I want to know.
That is probably one of the biggest. We're getting some folks that are asking me to ding here. So,
It's sad.
That's probably one of the biggest questions that I think no one's talking about.
No,
And
it's sad what she's going through and what her mother is either went through or is going through. I don't know if her mother's dead. If she did, it's sad that she went through that. If she's still alive, it's sad that she's going through that. I sympathize, empathize, the whole thing. But How many people are missing in the U.S. and when have we seen anything? We'll see afterwards, oh, a child was missing as of March, blah, 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 of 2026, and the case is now closed because the child was found dead. We didn't even know the child was missing that anybody could help. So we got GoFundMe pages and all this for catastrophes out there, for people who came up with cancer and can't afford the treatment. So we as a community help them and give them money for this kind of stuff because we care. But when it comes to the kidnapping and the abuse of elderly or young children or even regular everyday people, that's not important. Oh, it is for Miss Guthrie, though. And in no way disrespecting the Guthries because they're going through hell, and I feel horrible for them. But I feel horrible for the other millions of people out there that are going through hell, too, that aren't spotlighted and aren't helped the way these people have the feds in. They have everything in.
I asked this criminologist that was on with me yesterday if he thought that Hollywood was paying attention to this or if he wouldn't be surprised if they were.
Right.
And he basically gave a big head nod on that.
Right.
I heard, and this was day before yesterday, which kind of sparked that question, that there were some documentary crews that were part of the media that were, this is already
in the works.
Already in the works. They're already getting footage to turn this into a documentary.
And you know why? Because a lot of these producers, directors, all that stuff, they got no good material anymore. They're taking all the classics and rewriting all the classics to be modern day kind of a thing, okay? And so now they're trying to first of all, the news sensationalized this whole situation. Because even when they didn't have facts, they did tons of questions that made people think and conspiracies and all this crap. And now they're going to take that sensationalism and make money off of somebody's tragedy by turning it into some kind of documentary or movie. Come on.
You know what I heard? I think it was yesterday. It might have been the day before. Oh, my God. Breaking news. Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah.
They've got a tent out in the front lawn.
Yes.
A tent right now. What's going on underneath that tent right now? Ba, 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 ba.
Yep. It's just sensationalizing.
They had the tent because it was so sunny.
Yep. It's just, if you're going to sensationalize this, let's go to the root of it. Let's do a documentary on people that are missing and the lack of concern or attention that's given to those people versus Hollywood stars.
Laura wants to come on and talk about some Vermont unsolved cases.
Yeah, because not for nothing. If somebody's house is broken into in Beverly Hills and they're a superstar, okay? Everybody knows about it. Everyone knows. Okay? Yet, if somebody's house was broken into in Beverly Hills that isn't anybody important, I never heard of any of those.
Sure.
I never heard Mary Pickford of 7735 Hollywood Lane is missing for the last 4 months, and the National Guard and the feds and everybody. Nobody deploys any of that for that.
Helicopters.
For any of us. Nobody does anything. Okay? And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I feel bad for the situation. I feel bad for the situation anybody is in like that. That's horrifying. I couldn't even imagine it. Okay? But why does it have to be such a news story for Savannah?
Mm-hmm.
I would think leave her the fuck alone and do your job. But instead, it's, sensation. Now she's doing a plea out there, and her mother's face is on billboards out there and all this stuff. What happened to the faces that used to be on milk cartons? They're not there anymore. Okay?
You have to go into Walmart to look on the wall.
Yeah,
to see all that.
But that's sad. Because, you go to the police station. I've heard it on TV, but I'm sure it happens in real life. when you go in to report somebody missing, well, ma'am, we've got 1 million missing cases, and we'll put this on the pile, but there's a lot of people. Sometimes I have to jump through hoops because I know somebody's missing and they could be in danger.
Am I entitled to an opinion?
You are entitled to an opinion.
All media, TV, should have a scrolling bar at the bottom that has links to missing people.
Yes.
And or pictures.
Yes. I agree.
All of them.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit if it's CNN, if it's Fox, CBS, ABC.
And
don't
the
care.
news needs to stop asking questions to make people go into their conspiracy modes.
Thank you.
Because they ask questions when they
wait.
don't even have the answers, and they don't have the facts yet. And they're like, well, was it Savannah Guthrie's brother-in-law that did it? But But what about the wife? What about Savannah's sister? Was she part of it too?
I know.
Was this something that it's like, why are you asking these questions? Nobody has the answers. You're just sensationalizing so we can be like, the brother-in-law now. Why would he be? I wonder what problems they have. And we get to start thinking and causing conversation and all this shit.
That's not our job.
No. And the conversation between everybody is healthy as far as helping to find the person, because conversations go from this to this to this, and it may go to somebody who says, you know what, I saw that person and such. Where'd you see him last? So I get that. But that conversation should be allowed for anybody and everybody suffering through something like this, not just a movie star or a news anchor.
I wasn't even thinking until I heard on the news that Savannah, it was a suggestion by the media that Savannah and her brother and sister should voluntarily offer a polygraph.
Right.
And just by hearing that, we as humans are going, ooh, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Do you think Savannah's involved?
Do you think Savannah and her brothers were in a conspiracy to extort
gosh.
$6 million?
And then you go with Dave, well, I never really trusted her on the air. She has that look.
They have had a couple of good fights.
Yeah. And so it's just
crazy.
not the news.
I know.
It's sensationalized news. And I don't like sensationalized news because the news reporters are asking the questions that nobody can answer, including themselves, and speculating before facts even start coming in. This speculation, and that speculation should be kept within the police station, not out to everybody else.
You're right.
Because what does Savannah's mother's kidnapping have to do with somebody in Rhode Island that can't feed their family because they lost their job? Nothing. So why do you got to publicize it to everybody? Yeah. Why don't you if you're going to advertise it, advertise all the missing people. Make sure we know that there's more than just Savannah Guthrie's mother that's missing in the world.
Gee, you're kicking ass.
Well, I just get frustrated at stuff like this because they create the conspiracy theories. And you say, oh, well, this person's full of conspiracy theories. We make fun of Michael, my brother, saying, oh, he's a conspiracy fiend. He loves conspiracy theories and this and that. How do those theories start?
Yeah.
They start by sensationalized news that makes us think beyond what would be a normal thought.
Yes.
Would anybody think Savannah Guthrie did this to her mother, knowing how much she loves her and had her on the air so many times and this and no? But the news said, maybe they should have polygraph tests. And now we're like, Savannah, really?
Yeah.
Could it be you?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? I don't care. I feel bad for what you're going through, but I got my own shit.
Yeah, agree. Agree.
Call me crazy.
Today,
but what do I know?
Today, Friday the 13th is...
And that burns my ass.
Yep. Oh, yeah. In case you didn't know, that was the Burn My Ass segment.
And JD had a lot, but I took over.
Did you know that Friday the 13th, day before Valentine's Day, is like the day to break up? It's like, this is it right here.
Yeah, because you don't want to go buy a present. So you
don't
want to
wanna
get rid of them the day before.
You don't want to buy some overpriced chocolates and a card and flowers that are going to die.
You have really, really, really great sex on Thursday, and then on Friday morning you dump them before you have to get them a present.
And then Friday, or then on the 14th,
you can start looking.
No.
They cry and
You
complain.
can buy your chocolates and flowers and card for your new girlfriend.
Or for yourself. What about the Galantine?
What is that? What is that? What is
Galantine
that all about?
days?
What is that all about?
That's when gals get together and they celebrate their womanhood.
Galantine.
Galantine, that's what it is.
Yeah.
They celebrate their womanhood with other women, best friends, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think it's the day before Valentine's.
it is.
So today is Galentine's,
Yeah.
and women can support each other, and they're like, "You're my bestie, and I love you for this." And if I went to jail, you'd bail me out. You know, and they celebrate their friendships and their love for each other as friends.
Right.
And my question is, where's Brolentine's Day for men? Why is it always just for women? Women want to be treated equal to men, and they should be. No question. I will never debate it. But why do women get their own women's fitness center, but if guys open up their own guys' fitness center, they get blamed for being sexist and all that? Why do women get Galentine's Day, but men don't get Brolentine's Day?
Did you just name it?
Yeah. And to me, I'm like, hey, women, you have Galentine's Day, enjoy it. I just hate the double standard. That if we have another double standard that burns my ass, if you really want to get technical,
Yeah.
why does every single commercial and every single show
Yeah.
have to have a white, a black, a handicapped, wheelchaired, autistic, but all in that one commercial? And why is every commercial interracial now? Why aren't there a couple of white people that do the commercial, or a couple of colored people that do, or a couple of Orientals that do? No, this black person has this white person as their partner, and they have an Oriental child.
Asian. You said Oriental.
Asian, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's be PC here, man.
And my question is, why? I get it. We're not supposed to see colors. We don't see races, anything. We just see a human being. I get that. So anybody who wants to go, well, gee, people are people, I get it.
G's out of control.
But why does everything, why does everything have to have that? Okay, I just don't understand it. Now with all
yin and the yang.
now with movies, okay, at the control desk is this woman, she's a colored woman, blah, 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 and then up wheels this guy who's in charge of blah, 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 and then there's this, I'm watching this show, The Pit. I love The Pit. It's an amazing, amazing series. But you have a therapist who wheels himself in, and you got one of the doctors that is on the spectrum, okay? So they have to bring in, but the head charge nurse is white, but the head administration lady is black. And it's like,
Yeah.
why do you have to get every color, shape, and size of everything in there?
Yeah.
You don't have to, but this world is so worried about everything being so PC now,
Inclusive.
that you can't. They can have a show like Blackish, which is all black people, but if they had a show Whitish, we would be hung to the cross. It's like you can't do one without the other. They talk about the pendulum swinging one way and then it swings the other.
Yeah.
This pendulum is only swinging over here.
Yeah.
Let's bring it down to normal, that no matter who's on it, you don't have to. If I want to make a movie, I don't have to say, well, I got to get a handicapped person in there, handy-capable or whatever the word is. And we're going to need to bring in an Oriental woman, okay? Asian, whatever. And I want her to look like an older housewife. I don't want her to look like a model because that could imply something. Why does everything have to be thought out so badly?
She has to be not only Asian, but also a lesbian. Has to
Oh
be.
my gosh, if we don't get at least one gay person or lesbian person or trans person or
Then
whatever
we're
in there,
then we're
then
anti.
we're anti.
God,
and,
I love you.
And I don't
this
watch.
This is why I love this guy so much.
And I
Right
don't
here.
watch these commercials to point it out. But my brother pointed out to me the other day, and I didn't think about it until he pointed out, and he says, why is everybody on the commercials interracial? Are there no more white couples or black couples or Oriental couples or Spanish couples? Why does the black girl with the big butt marry the skinny white guy?
It's in the movies too, man. It's in the
Yeah.
movies too.
And it's why.
Yeah.
Why can't they just...
Have you seen Wicked?
I will not. I will not.
A lot of what you're talking about right now is in Wicked.
Well, and they ruin movies with this now. They put all this stuff into movies. Every movie has to be woke and has to be inclusive, to the point that we took Annie and we made her a black girl. Annie's got red hair and freckles.
Thank you.
That's what we know her as. Why did we rewrite it? Just to make black people feel better? You know, it's like, why do they take all these things and now twist them? Okay? The Green Witch was a white witch, and now she's black. It's like, my gosh, what?
With green makeup.
With green makeup. And it's like, I don't understand. Yes, these actors are talented. And yes, we want to look at the person and their ability to act and reach us, not their color, their size, their shape. I get all that. But you don't have to be deliberate about it. You do an audition, you don't say, well, we're going to need a black one now, so let's call back some of the black one. No. It's a five people in a TV show, and all five of them were talented. I don't give a shit what color they are. And if they all five of them are white and talented, and they are more talented, same thing with schooling, where the colleges have to have their quotas and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about
And employers.
prejudice. An employer has to take in anybody, okay? Not even if they don't qualify, because we need to hit our quota so we don't look bad. And that's what this world has come to now, that it's so inclusive and so everything else that they're forgetting the main principle of,
Yeah.
if you earn it, you get it.
Yeah.
If you don't earn it, you don't get it. I don't care what color you are.
Yeah.
If it's a white movie and now we're making another one and only black people passed it, then do that. Or write a movie, write new shows
Yeah.
that have that in it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't make it deliberate.
Yeah. Start it over.
Because people see and they know. We're not stupid. We see what's happening, and we know, especially us older people, and we see it every day, and we're like, why? Why? Who cares? Why?
Boy, people are loving you this morning, G.
Well, because I say what everybody's afraid to say. And that, to me, is important, because I'm not trying to stir the pot. I am in no way racist. I am no way prejudiced. None of that. I will go out and talk to a bum on the street, whether he's black or white. Okay? I will go out there and I will do business with any company, whether they're black or white. You know, I was told, well, I'm gay, so I can't ever go to Hobby Lobby.
Oh.
Okay? Because they're anti-gay. So I can never shop there. That's not how I think of it. I think of it, you got good-ass prices and the government's killing me financially, I'm going to go where it's cheaper. Okay? So the hell with it.
I love that.
Okay. Oh, don't go to Chick-fil-A because they're anti-gay. Guess what? Their fucking chicken's amazing. So I don't prejudice against anybody. And if you don't like me, I'm not going to not like you. You know, we watched this My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, or whatever it is that you guys got us on.
Yeah.
And the women are like, you know what? He's a gorger, which means non-gypsy.
Yeah.
He's a gorger, so I hate him. He's disgusting. They smell. They're horrible people. Really? Really? And that's what we do. Everybody's out there judging. I don't judge. You earn your credits with me or you don't. I start every friendship with a clean slate. If you decide to taint the slate, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't like you anymore because you've tainted the slate, so I don't see the natural color anymore. Okay? So I'm not prejudiced, but these things that I'm saying about TV and commercials and all this stuff, another form of sensationalizing. You're sensationalizing this gap between white and black and oriental and gay and straight and trans. So you're putting it all in a show, shoving it all in our face, so we see all the colors of the rainbow. Okay, when we don't need to see all the colors all the time. We know the rainbow's out there. I know there's a rainbow out there of a plethora of colors, of people and styles and ethnicities. I don't need it shoved in my face on a daily basis, where you're forcing German actors to sound English because you want to give them an English role or whatever.
Yeah.
So that you can say you have a German in there. And why?
Wow.
Why? Other than that... Life's good. The sun's shining. I'm going to go get my nails done today. And,
Did you hear
And I've got Lily coming later, so I can't wait to spend time with her.
One of the world headlines this morning: North Korean leader Kim Jong-un plans to designate his teenage daughter as his successor. South Korea leaked this yesterday. They're spies. This little girl is 12 years old.
And he's probably teaching her to be the biggest asshole.
Yes, she made her public debut this past November. Where? At a missile test.
Nice.
She got to press the red button. And by the way, her first name is
Kim?
Yep.
You know, people need to start watching out. The U.S., unfortunately, has the worst leader, and it's put us in a bad situation with the world. And people need to
That
watch
shit's
out because
crazy.
China is capitalizing on U.S.'s fuck-ups. You know, and nobody sees it, but it's true. We hear it. We hear it from all the big money companies out there. We hear that from companies that do a lot of business overseas, that we're losing business
Yeah.
to the Chinese, and they're building their businesses up, and we see it, but our government doesn't. Our government's just blindly following a dictator, while we see other countries benefit from our losses. And when other countries retaliate a little bit, our leader just keeps jacking up their tariffs. Like does he think he's hurting that country? Because he's hurting his own country too.
Gee, you're just on fire.
Oh, I got a lot of thoughts, but
Holy shit.
again, everybody, this is just my opinion.
Oh.
It's not, my father always told me, all general statements are not true, including the one I just made. When you generalize, there's some truths, there's some not truths in it, okay? And when it becomes an opinion, that's where I stand. If you don't stand there, I still like you, okay? Because if I hate everybody that doesn't like my opinion, I'd be feeling a lot of hate in my brain.
right.
And I don't want to take that space with hate.
Yeah.
I got enough shit going on in my brain that I don't need to add hate and fighting and discord to it.
Sure.
Okay.
It's final question for you this morning.
Yes.
I may have one more after this.
Okay.
It may not be the final. Is it too late for guys who haven't done a damn thing for Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow? Is it too late for them?
No.
Do they have to spend more than $50 to?
No. You know what? Go to your local pharmacy over here, or anywhere you are for those listening. Go to your local pharmacy. You'll find those wilted roses because they're just about dead because they've been out for 2 weeks. Grab a handful of wilted roses.
Yeah.
Get a box of chocolate and say, here.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy jewelry or this and that. You don't have to spend a lot of money.
So it's not too late.
No. You know what you could do? You could go to the store. I was telling this to Jed the other day. He'll never do it, but go to the store, buy 2 or 3 roses, pull all the petals off, put them on the floor from the front door all the way to the bedroom. And in between that, leave little notes of how I love you, and another note remembering something that you guys did in the past. Remember when we did this? And then when they get to the bedroom, you're butt fucking naked in your bed waiting for them. That's a nicer gift than just, than spending money. Because lesson to be learned here, original is much more fun than going and doing the stereotype. It's much more fun. So do something original. Draw your face, put it on the refrigerator, and say when they come home, if you love that face, meet me in the bedroom. Or go for a walk.
What
Do
if-
a walk, a
Yeah,
nature
yeah.
trail in the cold. Bundle up and go spend some time.
Can you imagine?
Not us.
Can you imagine seeing me butt ass naked?
Wow. Great. Now I'm gonna need more glasses because my eyes just popped out of my head.
Because it's so
Big. Ew. Ciao.
I love you, G.
Love you too, buddy.
Have you seen the AI video of Tom Cruise fighting Brad Pitt?
No.
You need to.
Okay.
You have to see that today.
Okay.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too. I hope Cruz loses.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Mic drop.
Be careful. Don't drink and drive. We'll catch you soon. Love you.
Ciao.
See you at the Night to Shine.
Yes.
Tonight.
Yes, have fun.